Okay, looks like we are live.
We're live?
I think so.
I think so. It says live.
It says live, but I haven't got the. Okay, I got the notification on my phone.
Oh, okay. I'm
But
not
it's still-
ready for this.
No, it's still saying waiting, so I don't know why it's still waiting. Okay, yes, it's there. It's coming. All right, so I guess we are live.
Oh, we're live now.
Absolutely. How are you, Leo?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm so excited to do this. You're like
I know.
a live show.
I know. I thought, those podcasts we recorded, I never actually got to, release them. So I figured, you know what? With live, there's no editing. It just happens, and it's there.
That's awesome. It was fun anyway. We were just hanging out. I remember those days back in that, was it Midtown?
It was Broadway and somewhere Midtown area. It was fun.
Yeah, whatever. We got to hang out.
I know. So how are you?
Dude, I'm doing, all things considered, I'm doing great.
That's good.
It's obviously the world is in a very unique spot, but we're keeping up. I actually just left a Zoom birthday karaoke party.
Got it. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And for the viewers that have just joined in, Leo was one of my guests on the podcast that I started maybe way back when, 2018, maybe early 19, I can't remember. Leo was one of the 18 guests that I had on the podcast, but I only ended up releasing one before filing for podcast bankruptcy. So I'm super excited to have you on. Leo, tell me a little bit about you and what you're currently doing these days.
Oh, a little bit about myself. It's funny because I always start off with I'm born and raised in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I always love starting like that. Proud of being from New Jersey, Jersey pride all the way.
Jersey pride.
Right? Born and raised here right next to the city, and became a marketing person. Then really was focusing on business my whole life. And I always wanted to understand how business and people connected. And I really started thinking about how everything's a business.
Yeah.
I decided to become a marketer and been doing that my whole life.
Nice. Now, you say marketing, right? I made some notes. I want to talk about Oreo because
all right, let's go.
That's on your profile, right? That's on your Twitter profile.
It's up here too, right? They can't see it, but it's up there.
All right, talk to me about Oreo. What happened there? What's the story behind Oreo?
Well, Oreo's, it's 100-year in the making kind of thing. But the thing, my claim to fame, along with a bunch of other folks that were in the room during the famous Super Bowl tweet of 2013, that's really the big thing that everyone loves talking about. During 2013, we're in a room looking around, seeing what's happening during the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden the lights went out and we tweeted.
Okay.
That's legitimately it. That's it. Everyone's like, I'm going to tune off now. Because that's it. But at the time, it was the biggest thing in the world because brands weren't tweeting fast.
Okay.
People were responding in real time. We were one of the first brands. Now, we weren't the first brand to even tweet during the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Actually, people beat us to it. And we weren't even maybe the best creative or the best tweet in the world because Oreo was so popular, it ended up blowing up. So it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, most well-known tweet ever.
That's awesome. That's all right. Tell me about the Facebook tweet as well.
Oh, so this is what it was is this right here behind me was actually 3 years before that.
Okay.
And that was the Guinness World Record. We went for the first Guinness World Record ever. And it's the most likes on a Facebook post within 24 hours.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You got some good stories there to tell on your profile because I did the research way back when, and I was trying to look at some notes to see what we can talk about today, just as an intro. Yeah. And I was trying to look through my notes, couldn't find much. I was like, let me go check out his LinkedIn and his Twitter profile and see what comes up.
No, there's lots in there. Everything from Stride Gum to Trident Gum to what I'm currently doing in Applegate. It's been a good venture that I've been on. Choosing marketing has been probably the best thing I've decided to do in my life.
That's awesome. Tell me about that show you just recently did. I have it here in my notes. Prove It Matters.
Prove It Matters. Oh,
yes,
shoot.
That was fun.
We're just getting into things. There's no messing around on the live show.
No, I was watching the one that the influencer marketing doesn't
Okay.
work episode, and that
All
was
right.
really good.
So I appreciate, thank you so much for that. It's a show that I'm really proud of. It's called Prove It Matters. So the whole thing behind it is that there's not enough healthy debate on business topics when it comes to talking on social media, talking on Facebook, LinkedIn, so on and so on, right? Everyone is everyone's cheerleader, which is amazing and fantastic. I want to be people's cheerleaders in a different way by debating folks. So the previous one that we just did was influencer marketing. I say, what is something you want to debate me on? They're like, influencer marketing is something that's important, vital, and brands need to do. Now I'm going to debate you. So I play a character on the show. I'm not a real person. Ultimately, my whole goal is to be there to promote what you are talking about. And I just play a jerk. So basically, I'm like, oh, influencer marketing sucks. What are you talking about? And I make faces at people, and I'm like, whatever. And they have 2 minutes to debate me.
No, I love that concept because it's 2 minutes. And you're playing devil's advocate in a way. You're making all these faces, and you're all putting negativity out into the world. But then 1 minute and 50 seconds later, you're like, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, 100%. I'm always like, yeah, influencer marketing is important, right? The things influence is something that businesses should focus on.
Absolutely. So
I did.
What?
Oh, sorry. Then that episode, people should check it out because I get called a piece of shit.
Seriously?
Yeah. Can we curse on here? I don't know.
I mean, hey, I'm making the rules up as we go along. It is what it is, right?
Awesome.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts right now with marketing? Because marketing is something that I'm learning currently, or trying to learn. With the whole situation, the obvious situation with COVID and how it's impacting everybody. What are you seeing brands do right now in terms of marketing? Because there's some really good stories out there. Where I think Under Armour was one of them, where they had some kind of image where they used I think the story was, we used to make sneakers, now we're making masks, or something along those lines.
I didn't know that story. That's good.
Yeah. So I mean, some of the things have resonated, but obviously there are other things that are just out there with no understanding of what's going on around the world. Yeah. What are you seeing?
I think you hit it right on the head. It's about being self-aware and working with empathy. These brands have a platform. These brands have an opportunity to support people around them. And that's what they should be focused on. And they should be focused on helping and supporting their brands in the best way they possibly can. Not every brand can turn around and start building face masks, right? Not every brand can be out there in the world donating mountains of money, but every brand could play at least one part to support people out there, whether that's their employees, their communities, people around the world, whatever it may look like. People should focus on doing the best they possibly can and being self-aware, being able to read the room. The brands that get called out on, it's not about how much money you're giving or not giving. It's not about what you're doing and not doing. It's about not reading the room. When you send a newsletter talking about like, buy my shirt, it's on sale now, Corona sale, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. But if you're out there with empathy looking to support folks, then you're doing a good job.
That's it. In the early days, I think there were a number of emails that I received, special Corona sale, 50% off, or buy two, get one free, whatever it was, and Corona was the reason for that sale.
Yeah. And not the way to go. I mean, it's even if you didn't see this coming, because no one saw this coming, right? It was a problem in the world. It's not an opportunity for you to jump on. It could have been a one-day issue. Let's say Corona was a one-day issue. It's still not a time for marketers to jump on that. Like,
definitely.
Period. So now that it's this global pandemic, now you really look bad.
Definitely. I mean, what are some of the brands that you've seen that are doing it well?
Oh, there's a lot of brands. Of course, I have to say Applegate. I work there, so I got to say that we're doing it well. And generally Hormel, right, really doing a great job as far as putting ourselves out there with empathy. But there's a lot of brands. I can't think of one off the top of my head specifically doing it well, but I do love the ones like Under Armour, like you mentioned, that are changing the way that they're working to support everybody. I think those are the ones that I see and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Like, thank you for changing the way you're doing things. Lego actually comes to mind. Lego's another one that's changing the way they manufacture because they have the capabilities to do that. So they're changing it. Lego's also good because I know that they're like changing up the way that they develop content. So that's even interesting. I've even seen a lot of brands developing content, merchandise, and things that they could sell to go back into the community. And that's been great.
That's good. Now, I guess, maybe let's play a little game. Let's say we have what kind of business can we say? Let's say a business that is predominantly office based or physical based.
Okay.
Let's say a sports center where you can go hang out, play sports, and they have the bar there, and it's just a good place for people to go play sports, exercise, like a gym.
Okay.
Yeah, a gym is perfect, right?
Yeah.
What would you say? Gym. How can gyms effectively market in this environment?
I love this. So right now, especially that you chose gym, but we could do another one if you don't want to do gym after this. But basically, you can move that online. You could support your employees by having them train folks online, still be part of everyone's daily life. People are now more than ever looking for ways to exercise, stay fit, stay from getting bored. Right now, you can have one-on-one training. People are doing yoga. I'm personally taking salsa classes with my girlfriend.
Wow. Okay. So, you're right. Yes.
Yeah. So that's something that you could do. And even if you can't do that, what if you, let's say go and sponsor a video of someone else doing it, right? Giving it away for free. So maybe you don't have your personnel. Maybe your personnel is currently sick or not available for whatever reason. Like, go online, find the competitor, and build a community and say, we'd love to offer your classes for free for our folks. We'll pay for them.
Definitely. That's actually interesting because I don't know why I thought of gym. Maybe because I feel like going to one.
Yeah.
But there is a British YouTuber, I think. He was a PE teacher, gym teacher. And he started doing, well, I guess he was already doing YouTube videos on exercising and how to have a PE session.
Yep.
But recently, I think I saw in the news that his subscribers or views or whatever it is has just shot through the roof because everyone's home and they need an outlet.
You got it. And those folks might not leave afterwards, right? Now they're like, wow, I'm someone who never would have thought about doing it online. Now I was like, this is actually really awesome, or this is a compliment or a supplement to the times I can't go to the gym.
That's it. I mean, there's a new normal. How long is it going to last?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I think calling it normal is even dangerous. Like, the world is changing day to day.
Yes.
Who knows? Who knows what normal will be tomorrow? Who knows what's going to be 4 or 5 weeks from now? I think we can stay adaptive and change in the positive and a benevolent way, we'll be better off.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even when we are able to go out, when it's safe to do so, I think there's going to be a lot of concern and apprehension about meeting people together, maybe touching. It's going to be a long road forward, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, even if tomorrow there's a switch that turns and all of a sudden people are out hugging, touching, right? Like we talked about, maybe someone who travels a lot for work will realize, well, I could actually still join the gym while I'm at hotel, right? Exactly. So there's still opportunity, and there's still, for everybody, like opportunity for growth for individuals and for businesses.
Absolutely. How do marketers build trust? Because trust is something that I'm looking at right now, and how as a marketer, what are your thoughts on it? How do you build trust?
It always comes down to being a trusted advisor, being transparent, and time. Time is important. I think people forget that, because a brand in this specific case could be looked at exactly like a person. I can't go around telling people, my family, my girlfriend, trust me, trust me, trust me. I have to show it. I have to prove it. I have to be transparent. And the number one thing, it comes from lies, not lying, even white lies. Like, be as transparent as you possibly can be with everyone out there when you're asked questions, when you're marketing. That is the number one thing, and it comes with time. No one you can't go around saying you're the cool kid on the block. You got to just be cool. Yeah.
I mean, you say one thing, but if you do something else.
Exactly. Or from my JWT days, we used to always say, like, cool doesn't say it's cool. It's cool. If I go around and say, hey, aren't I cool?
Yeah.
I'm probably a douchebag.
Yeah. It reminds me of the word honestly. When somebody starts off the sentence, well, honestly, you start having little sirens go off on your head.
Yep. Truthfully. Be honest. Like, were you not honest before? Yeah. And I fall to that too. Like, sometimes I use that word and I'm like, oh, shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, definitely. Now, how is Build and Inspire going along?
Oh, well, so technically Prove It Matters is underneath Build and Inspire. So it's a sub show, but Build and Inspire was an agency turned podcasts. So Build and Inspire is very similar to this. Two folks just hanging out.
Yeah.
It's based off of a scientific principle that if you want someone to do something positive, you inspire them. So for positive change, you need inspiration. The opposite is true. Obviously, we don't focus on that. But if you want someone to deter an action, you scare them. That's why if you look at cigarette packages, they have like pictures of people like sick.
Yeah.
To scare someone into changing it's something. But if you want someone to do positive, then you inspire them. So I interview people like yourself doing cool things and share it with the world.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, we did that when we first met. Was it 2018?
I think so. Yeah, summer
2018. Yeah, we were both talking about what our plans are on this, to build something.
Yeah,
and time just flies by.
Yeah, and that time I was really focused on another business that's kind of sunsetted right now, Dog and Pony.
Yeah,
we're helping salespeople, just training salespeople, presentations, training, all that kind of good stuff.
Fair enough. Now, what would you say to someone who's, maybe an entrepreneur or someone who's just starting out marketing, for their own product, and they maybe had a plan for the next 3 months, and maybe they were launching, maybe they were about to launch a campaign or something along those lines. Obviously, take a step back, look at it. What can you do? What would you recommend for, two-part question for founders or entrepreneurs who are, launching or about to, or have this campaign to run? What would they do? Considering all things considered. And what about a marketer who may be graduating, soon? It's April, so this schools I think going to be finished in June maybe, and they're graduating and potentially going into their first job, or that might be on hold. So it's a two-part question: founders versus marketers who are entering the workforce soon.
No, of course. So first and foremost, you only fail when you stop. That's really the only time you fail. I forgot if it was Edison or who said that. Someone, I think maybe Einstein even might have said that. Like, you only fail when you stop. So
keep going, keep trying, experiment, run tests and learn from them.
You got it, exactly. I'll answer the student one first because I think maybe entrepreneurs could take something from it as well.
Yeah.
But right now, nothing. You don't have to stop right now. I guess part of the first part. You don't have to stop right now. Marketers, especially new marketers, as I'm teaching or speaking at universities, they're always like, oh, I don't have a job. I can't get an internship. I can't do X, Y, Z. Pick up your phone. Start taking pictures of your dog.
Yeah.
You have an action figure somewhere. Start taking pictures of the action figures. Make it look awesome. Start growing your following. And you build a case study. Like, I have like this Yoda doll here. Someone could take this Yoda doll, start placing it around their house, start taking photos, and all of a sudden you can get millions of followers, right? Even thousands, even if you got 200 followers, that's a story that you could tell. Started a channel from scratch, was able to grow it 300% with unique content, right? Impressions at millions, whatever it may be. Like, start telling that story and getting better at it. For marketers, it's the same kind of thing. Start taking action, start telling stories. This is the time to brand. This is the time to be there for folks. Be a trusted advisor. Be someone that someone wants to spend time with. Continue working hard and doing the best that you possibly can. And that's really the answer. When you stop is when you fail.
That makes sense. I'm actually trying out something here because
I saw it. It was like a sticker.
Yeah, I got the wrong one. So I have the wrong one because I was playing before. But here we go. Yes, subscribe to the product angle. So I figured since we're talking about starting something, I think now is a good time. Like I mentioned with the podcast, I was too picky in creating an intro, creating an outro, trying to get it perfect with the video editing, the audio editing, and as a result, I failed on that. Right, I recorded 18 episodes. I think 1 or 2 were released. That was a big fail. But with this, it's live right now, and it will be on the channel. So I'm trying to build my channel. So subscribe, please.
Oh, I love that. Here's the thing: it's not even a secret at all. One of the reasons that Build and Inspire goes on for hours and we're just hanging out, not only because I said truthfully, look at that. Because I love spending time with folks and I want to hang out with everybody, but also I don't want to edit. I don't have the time to edit.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go on.
That's it. I mean, I've done some practice streams that I've deleted. But there's banners, there's the background image, there's a bunch of different things that I can play around with. It's pretty interesting. And same here. I'd love to just hang out with people, talk to people, and just chat, really.
Exactly. And this is a good way for you to get out there, for your products to get out there, for you to build your name. Like, right now we can't do it in person like we did last time, but we're still doing it.
Hey, I think I actually like this way because I'm at home, and it's easier because I don't have to carry my camera.
I remember that you had a million things.
Yes, I think my battery just died. Oh,
that's funny. See, this is what happens when we're doing live things. I think this is when you should have some like stand up ready and some jokes ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly I think I charged it, but you know what? I've been using it in Zoom calls through the day.
So wait, is this turning on at all, or is it just me by myself right now?
No, I'm gonna. You know what? Let me just change the battery here.
I absolutely love this. I feel like I just came from a karaoke Zoom birthday party. And I've been practicing. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know, but I've been practicing Lady Gaga music, so maybe I can start singing some Lady Gaga music while you're on this.
Hey, why not? Let's do it.
No, I'm scared of that. That's when this will definitely go viral, and people are going to be like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, well, hey, this is exactly it, right? You live, you learn, and you know next time. So I'm just changing the battery here, and let's see if it picks back up.
So this is actually how I've learned everything in my career. It's the 1996, the Internet Yellow Pages.
One thing, I've been trying to download the internet.
I know.
I just can't find that button to download the internet.
Well, I think maybe you started and then that's why your battery died.
Good point. Could be. No, we're back. Seriously, thank you. What advice or what, something that you've learned, years of your experience that you wish you knew when you first started?
I love this question. So the thing that's first and foremost for me right now actually is lying and white lies. I'm not a liar, but everyone tells white lies. The statistic is everyone lies between, like, last I checked, I think it was like 50 to 200 times.
Okay.
A day. Right?
A day?
Yeah. And that could be like, how are you? I'm doing great, right?
Okay.
That could be everything from, hey, it's great to hear from you. Was it really great to hear from someone? Right? And that could happen if you see creative. I like it, but it's changing that kind of language and being honest with people when they ask you for their opinion. That's the number one thing that I wish I would have known from the very beginning. You give the gift of being able to have people trust you, for people to be able to work on the work they should be working and improve. Because let's say you were working on something, this podcast, and it was completely horrible, and all your friends were telling you that it was amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, maybe someone should have been like, you know what, this actually is not good right now. Like, and you're like, thank you for telling me. The classic one is, if someone asks you if they look nice in a particular shirt, you're like, yeah, sure. If you're a real friend, you would tell someone, I personally think, because the truth could be just your own truth, right? Doesn't mean that I believe is the truth. But I'm like, actually, I think that shirt probably looks a little bit too tight.
Yeah.
You're helping that person. And the same thing happens in business. Like, if you come to me and you're like, I'm working on this book, and I'm like, I love it. I don't know if the audience will love it. You're going to hurt that person's feelings. You are, probably, right? And at the end of the day, might be upset at you, but they might be upset at you for a couple of minutes and then be like, you know what? Thank you. And you're giving that gift of trust to someone that in the future, they know that if they go to you, you're going to be honest. You're not just going to be like a fake cheerleader and be like, this is awesome.
Yeah, and give a reason why, right? I mean, at the end of the day, people agree with you at work. Even if they don't agree with you, give a reason as to why or how they can improve it based on your vision. And obviously, if they want to take it, they take that information. If they don't, it's totally up to them.
You got it. Because your truth doesn't necessarily mean that it is true out there in the world, right?
Yeah, that's why advice is dangerous, right? Because it may apply in specific situations. It may apply to me, but that advice may not apply to you.
So here's the thing, though. When people think like that, sometimes they'll lie because they're like, oh, my truth, this is not necessarily your truth. You still don't have to lie. You don't have to be like, that's great, that's good. You be like, you know what? I'm actually not ready to give any advice right now.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, if I'm talking to somebody and I want them to give me an opinion, I generally ask them what they would do, as opposed to, I mean, yeah, feedback and stuff, yes, but it's really more, what would you do in this situation? Because it doesn't put them on the spot that I might take it and take the wrong advice. It might not work out, but I want to hear how you think.
So the other part that I've been studying, and I'm writing an article on this, and I love exploring it with you here, though, is that sometimes, and I used to think this though too, if I give you advice that you're going to follow, I think that's very egotistical of someone. And I've been in that place. Like, who am I, some big person that you're going to now follow everything that I say? Like, I've had situations where someone said to me, hey, should I quit my job? And I was like, you know what? It sounds like you don't have a good experience there. It sounds like your boss is mean to you, X, Y, Z, and then they quit the job, and it's probably the worst thing they did, and I would feel bad. Yeah. And I'd be like, I'm so sorry I gave you that advice. But I realized that was me being really selfish and egotistical. I'm only thinking, like, I had this big power over this person that they quit their job, and it was because of me that they did it. That person still has autonomy. They still have agency. They still have power. I shouldn't take that power away from them. They chose to leave that job. I was a data point, but they still chose to do that.
That's it. That's the way I look at it. I mean, I always try to prefix the advice or comments that I give out that this is how I would do it. It may not necessarily work for you. And same thing when I receive advice, it's, a data point. It may have worked for somebody, but it may not necessarily work for me. And you got to take it exactly on face value, to be honest.
You got it. And the book that I've been reading is by Sam Harris, and it's called Lying.
Uh-huh.
It's fantastic. It's like a short essay, and I'm taking bits of that and putting it into an article about business and how to interact with folks.
No, that's good. When you actually release the article,
I haven't finished writing it. I'm still doing research.
Okay, all right.
I wasn't sure of the fact point before. I'm like, wait, last I checked, I was looking at a bunch of different fact points. But we'll put it. Maybe we can make it scroll down. Sam Harris, Leo, do you understand about lying? Something.
Hey, wait, let me edit it. What do you want down there?
No. I was like, but liar. No, it matters.
Yeah. Let me think. Hey, I could do this. Hey. How about this?
I like this. Oh, look at that.
There you go.
Love it.
No, seriously, I appreciate it. I really didn't know what time or how long to do it. I'm thinking, 20 to 30 minutes is a good time. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just playing it by ear. But honestly, I think I'm out of my questions that I had for you. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I greatly appreciate this. Like I said, maybe people can leave in the comments what they think. Was it bad? Was it terrible? They love it.
Yeah.
What can they do to help you and support you by speaking their truth and helping you make this the very best it can be? And I appreciate the opportunity to help you and for you to help me promote myself too. So thank you for being here.
Absolutely. I mean, if there's anything I can do, you reach out, text me, and we'll chat.
I appreciate it. We'll put your phone number down at the bottom so people can start texting you.
Oh yeah, I should learn to do that, right? Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah, I got my Google Voice number, right?
Okay, I thought it was like your house number. We can start.
Nah, come on. I'm gonna get, if I put my real cell phone down, I'm gonna get, I don't know what kind of junk I might get, right? I can put my Google Voice number down.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, no, seriously, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. Thanks. Take care. Thanks. Bye.